Hey all, Board Game Rants here, where you'll find everything solo tabletop gaming and more, some unboxing, a good overview of Dahlgaard's Academy, along with Dawn of Technology, the expansions for Trickerion, Legends of Illusion. Ooh, I'm excited about this one. Here we go. I'd originally gotten Trickerion for this unofficial solo variant that, as I read through more about it, and this is some months ago, this is earlier this year, the designer of the solo variants that you'll find in, well, mainly Dahlgaard's Academy, but I know that Dawn of Technology can be incorporated with it. But he had some comments about this unofficial solo variant by Benjamin Tiemann of Board Game Geek, and kind of, I don't know about endorsed it, but it got me interested enough to look at the game, actually pick up the game, and all in anticipation that knowing this was coming. Now, this was Kickstarted, and it was supposed to be here a long time ago, but we all know how Kickstarters go, and so I just finally got my hands on it now. This is mid-October anyway, but I didn't Kickstart it. I was just able to find someone and purchase it. So I've got all the base game stuff here, and actually when you wanted to utilize this, you kind of needed to get, and so I have this little mini expansion, Dahlgaard's Gifts, because it has a way to make a tighter two-player game that this utilized. And so I have all this stuff. I'm not going to really need this anymore, although I think you can use the performance card, the playbill cards from here, and you can incorporate it and mix it in with, this will have something similar inside it. Enough about this stuff. Let's get into the good stuff. And as per normal, if you've gotten into the habit of watching my unboxing videos, and I sure hope you have, then you know that I've already, online, just so many rules and notes and stuff are so available anymore on games. I just go and I learn quite a bit about them. I've already read through the manual here on Academy, also on Dawn of Technology. I've watched videos. I know quite a bit about it. I'm a little interested because I could not find anything like on the solo rules. I found a rough draft online that had actually the Academy rules with the solo rules, but my understanding is they've been separated. There's actually the official Academy rulebook now is separate, and the solo rulebook, well, it's separate from the solo rulebook, and I couldn't find the solo rulebook. So, but I read through the solo rules. I've seen it played by a J-Play. But anyway, so I'm kind of interested to know if anything's changed, because J-Play was actually playing a rough draft. He was playing the pre-Kickstarter copy. Okay, let's just have a look. And I was kind of bringing up this just because, just so you know, you could purchase Trickerion and you can play a solo version of it without getting all this stuff. But David Turczi, the man who makes, one of my favorite of all time, Anachrony, he's making incredible solo variants. So, and this one looks good. This one looks really good. So let's have a look under the lid. So I've got the manual, and it's pretty good size. It's essentially the Academy adds another board that is going to allow us to open up classrooms. You're going to renovate this Academy. It's all like run down. It's going to allow us to renovate classrooms, and so we can teach the tricks, but you got to kind of retire the tricks. You won't be able to perform them anyway. And then it also allows you to practice the tricks. You can do practice rooms, and that way when you actually practice a trick, you're going to get a bigger yield. And as well as learning secrets, we're going to have a protege now. I'll show you that as we get to it. A new protege, so you've got another helping hand, and that protege can actually become pretty darn strong if you have him learn secrets, or him or her learn secrets. So this all looks very much like the Trickerion rule book, laid out the same, looks the same. New classroom phase, that is all laid out here. Some optional, so it does have some the optional quick start rules. So this allows you to kind of jump start the game. It'll be faster, and you start with more stuff. You're basically starting on turn 2 with additional starting access. So that's kind of a cool little option here. I know they changed some of the scoring too, so that you couldn't specialize so much, and certain you can only score a total of a max of 20 points. you know, in certain areas. Okay, well, that was that. Let's look on. So here we go. This is what I am most interested in, of course. So, ooh, this is, I haven't seen this. Not seen this online or anything. This is this is about or as thick as the Academy rulebook. They tend to be pretty. I can't imagine, you know, the effort that would have gone into. I mean, Trickerion's already. If you've ever played it, it is a game. It is a very, very meaty game, and now we're adding more stuff. And David Turczi came up with a solo variant to try to make it all come together. What I can't imagine the amount of thought and creativity that has to go into developing something like that. But here it is. So yeah, it's gonna. So the Automa, or whatever, you know, your AI opponent, is going to come with its own board, and it's going to have the cards that are going to come out to tell it where to go. And then we've got the performance cards here. So these performance cards are, well, I'll get to them, I guess, here in a second, but the Heirs Plan cards. Okay, there's all the components there. And tells you up here compatibility. So it's compatible with Dark Alley, not with Duel of Magicians, because one, it's going to replace the card, or it comes with cards that are similar to Duel of Magicians, so you can play solo, so you can kind of incorporate those, if I read correctly, somewhere, somehow, I forget. But you can't use the Magician powers. And the Magician powers, if I recall, were placed on the left-hand side of your player board, and you can't use that with this. But you can Dahlgaard's Academy, Dawn of Technology, if I recall. Well, unless they've changed it here, that Dawn of Technology, if you incorporate Dawn of Technology in your solo game here, it's going to make the solo game a little bit easier, because it doesn't, I don't think that the Heir, which is what the AI opponent here is called, that's why it's called Dahlgaard's Heir, I don't think really utilizes any of the special goodies of Dawn of Technology, which we'll get to here in a second. But, yeah, solo mode rules assumes you are playing with the Academy expansion in play. And also, now in the rough draft version, too, I saw that you could play solo with this variant without using the Academy. So we'll see here at the end if that is the case. All right, let's flip right through to the end. So anyway, well, let me just check on that real quick, because I'm very curious about that, if that's still an option. Lots of examples, lots of, you know, we're on page 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, this is, it has to be an involved solo, you know, rule book, because this is an involved game. And so, okay, here we go. Playing Dahlgaard's Heir without the Academy expansion. Good to know. You can adjust difficulties. Alrighty, okay, alright. We've got some new prophecies here that you'll mix in. Very cool. Yep, and a yep and a yep. Ooh, my gosh, here's the player aid, huh? Woo-wee! So yeah, you know what you're getting into. This is, you got some, a lot of, so depending on if you're playing easy, normal, or hard, the action points that the AI has can determine how many actions it gets to take. And so I imagine you'll be referring to this a lot for little tiebreakers and trying to recall. You know, I'm hoping that a lot, like some of the other systems, that once you get it down, you don't have to refer to this so much. I'm hoping, but I'm looking at it and I'm thinking it's going to take some plays to get to that point. Okay, but yeah, what was that? That was a 15, including the player aid, the back. That's a 16-page rule book for the one-player game, and it's a 15. Well, sort of. No, see, this doesn't even count. 14 and 15 are just pictures, and then so it's kind of official. The solo variant has more rules to it than the entire expansion, or at least in pages. So let's move on, but I love it. See, I just expect for a meaty game like this. I mean, I wouldn't love something like this involved with an easy game. It's just like, you know, that wasn't very weighty. But knowing David Turczi, this is how it was going to be. And oh yeah, it has a little sticker here, because we're going to have on the base board, we're going to have now another set of Dark Alley cards that pertain to the Academy. So if you have the deluxe version of the game, I believe the board has this on it, but I don't have the deluxe version, so I'll be using this sticker to make an official spot there. We got some bags. Okay, what is that? Oh yes, yes. So here we go. These are the characters you can play. There's new ones, and maybe this is all the new ones. And I know that some have been rebalanced as well, but there are definitely new ones in here. And probably their little posters are in there. Yes, yeah. So these are the little markers. I think they call them banners. And as you renovate in the academy, you'll put these banners out, and it's sort of like whoever has the most banners at the end of the game. Pretty simple system, gets well, in a solo game, if it still holds true, you get 8 extra points if you have the most banners. So there's these little banners you're going to put out, and you put out more of them if you renovate earlier. Here's the extra little markers there, the action markers that'll represent the protege. Very cool. The protege is going to start with 1 action point, but as you upgrade your protege with secrets from the academy, you'll get more and more action points. Very cool. Okay. Standard baggies. Here we go. So these are cool. These are going to be used. We're going to roll these dice, and that's what's going to cover up in the solo game. So what's going to cover up, well, in the 2-player game too, I guess, certain worker placement spots, so that you don't have like all 4 on all the different actions available. This is going to cover up like the right 2, so when you're playing, it's going to knock out certain spaces that would have gave you bonuses one turn, or not going to give you bonuses the next turn, and that way you just don't have a totally open board. And then here's the playbills, the performance cards, and you'll notice they have pre-printed on them these links, and so it'll make it easier when you're playing solo to actually create links, as opposed to, and even in 2-player games, I think this was added in so that with 2 players, because it's just harder to make links when there's just two people, or certainly when there's only one. And here we go, Academy cards. So these are going to go into the dark alley, and then I believe it also has a couple that you're going to add into each of the other decks out there. So that's that. Ooh, all wrapped up here. Academy workbook. So along with the standard workbook that you normally get, you're going to get this Academy workbook as well. And then here's the protege boards. I'll probably open this up here. Okay, yeah. I really want to take a look at this thing, so I'll have to open that up. But let's continue on here. Here we go. Here's the Academy. Ugh. So here is the board. That's just gonna, oh yeah, and it's double-sided, I think, for yep, so for 4 players, and then for 2 and 3, and or solo, I believe, because you're technically playing a 2-player game when you're playing solo. You'll have this, and so you're going to be putting I think your classrooms are going to go over here, your practice rooms are going to go over here. Classrooms will appear here. You can retire your tricks and earn points, sort of like an income at the end of each turn. Practice rooms that'll come out here, and also when you pay to renovate, and it costs quite a bit of money to renovate, and this has the levels as well, 1, 16, 36, the fame thresholds that you need to have reached in order to renovate the better rooms. And as you spend more money to do that, you're going to earn more fame as well. And so as classrooms get put out here, or practice rooms get put out here, then you're going to be able to enhance your tricks and score more points and or money and or Trickerion stones. Up here, we're going to be putting some secrets. That's where your protege can go and earn secrets. And it'll boost the protege's actions as well as allow them to take more action points. So, the Academy board there. And what else we got? Finally, the Punchboard. Oh, there. Let's see if we can just plop that out. Boop. Okay. Yes. So here are the classrooms. So the classrooms are you're not putting cards actually out there. You're putting nice thick cardboard out there. And this is a 36 classroom. Yeah. So if you'll take your trick marker and you'll put it on one of those, and it's gonna just give you bonuses there on the side. You get an extra trick marker. I believe everybody gets an extra trick marker. Here's some of the secrets to be learned. More money. And let's see what else we got. Yep, more of the practice room, more of the classrooms, more of the secrets. Good looking stuff too. But that's cool. I actually did not know that these were not, I thought these were cards that we put out. But these are nice quality, thick cardboard here. That's tiles that we're going to be placing out here on this board. And so, yeah, very cool. That's some quality stuff. Let's keep going. This is good. This is more of the same and more secrets and blah, 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 blah. Okay, so maybe we should dig into some of these here real quick. Okay, got stuff unwrapped here. Again, we got the Academy workbook, which is going to have all the, I'm sure, all the goodies on what all the goodies means. There's a lot, man, there's a lot of iconography in this game. A lot. And like more than, I want to say more than any game I've ever played. And I bet you this just increases it from the base game. But so everybody would get an expansion Academy workbook. Here is the Heirs player board, and it's two-sided. So you got the one if you play, and I really like that. I like the fact that you can play this with the Academy or without, because there's so much game here, and that you saw that rule book for the solo. It's gonna, it's nice that I can just reacquaint myself with the base game and the Black Alley expansion, quote unquote, with the base game, and try that first, and then incorporate maybe the Academy, which is kind of a lot. I mean, I feel like I've seen enough to where I could probably just do it all at once, but it's nice. It's really nice having that option so that you sort of ease yourself into such an involved game here. So there's that. So here's our stack of, what do we got? Is it Gentleman? I don't remember if that was, I don't know. It's not like, so there's Academy side. Oh, wait, what does that symbol mean? I don't know what that symbol means, but there's two different sides. Usually there's like a blank side when you're playing without the, oh, this must all just be for the Academy characters, I guess. So maybe that's what that means, the Academy. I don't know. No, I thought that meant Academy on the top right. Whatever, we've got some new characters here. So here I know this was the Master of Change. That was from the original game. So we've got whole bunch of new characters, and I've heard that some are rebalanced, and so that is all of those. Okay, and then here is, oh, this is one of the practice rooms. Sticker. Here's the dice you roll to shut down certain actions on your board. Here are the Academy cards. So here's what you'd have in your hand to decide what you're doing, but here's what would go in the Black Alley. Oh, I guess yeah, so we've got a whole bunch. Oh, wait, what was that? These will go in the Black Alley. Here's what the heir is going to use. And I guess there's a deck separate. Though I kind of looked at this. There's the heirs, the plan cards that are going to tell the heir what to do, the AI what to do. There's 9 for when you're using with the Academy and 8 for use without the Academy. So you'll use the different heir cards as well as the different side of the board, whether you're playing with the Academy or not. So that's going to have those in there. What else we got? We got some posters. Yup. Tons of Academy cards here. Some for the Black Market or Black Alley. I keep calling it Black Market. I think I'm supposed to be calling it Black Alley. Anyway, there's that, there's those, and them things. Okay. So, and then here's the performance cards, which again come with pre-printed links on them. Very cool. 2 links that are pre-printed there. And then again, I think you can mix and match these with that very first little tiny expansion for the base game. So at least it's not a total waste. It'll just give me more theaters to work with, I believe. I thought I read that. And then here is the Protege. So the Protege is going to come out at the beginning of the game too. You get the Protege. You don't have to pick. Usually I have to pick one of the 3 helpers, but the Protege comes out automatically, and you get another helper. So you're going to have a lot more actions to be able to take right from the beginning. And I think you start off with a little more money too, because it's expensive to renovate the Academy. So, and then as you learn secrets, so secrets are going to go up here, and as your protege learns secrets, then is going to acquire more action points, but it's also going to be more costly to use. You know, your protege is free to use in the beginning, but then as it learns the secrets, is going to be probably one of your stronger characters, and maybe even more so than your magician. Your protege, you better watch out. You get stabbed in the back one night. So, I think we've gone over everything here. Let's have a quick look here in the Dawn of Technology. So this is kind of a mini expansion. I know you can incorporate it with the solo, and hopefully it's pretty straightforward because you already saw how involved that solo was. But it offers, I believe, what are called contraptions. Yep. So you're going to get contraptions board based on what your starting trick type is. You're going to get contraption board, and then you can build contraptions that'll enhance other abilities. Holy moly, this there's just so much. There's so much here. And then also too, you can get signature tricks. So whatever you pick to start with, you're going to have access to a signature trick that nobody else is going to have access to. You're going to get some more special assignment cards, more Trickerion shards. And let's see here. Let's just take a look and see if it says anything in here about solo. Changes in gameplay. Signature tricks. End game. Preparing signature. Credits. Okay. Still got some pages left here. Contraption effects. Escaping, training, and other modules. Okay, here we go. Dawn of Technology is designed to be playable with most of the expansions released so far, but some combinations work better than others. So again, Dark Alley, compatible. Dual Magicians, compatible. I guess compatible with Dual Magicians. Oh, Magician Powers, though, it's not. So Dual Magicians is just the two-player, adaptations added to the game. But the Magician Powers, again, not, Magician Powers got kind of put off to the side with these expansions. Dahlgaard's Academy, check. Air solo mode, check. So yes, you can use the solo mode with here. Here's a little information on it too. And it just says, if you play this way, keep playing the air does not build contraptions or require signature tricks. Therefore, playing the solo mode with the Dawn of Technology could make it somewhat easier. So, some adjustments there. There's that. Some player aid stuff. Little baggie. Some more cool shards. Signature tricks. Very cool. So these, if I don't know exactly. This is the one I didn't look too much in this expansion because there's just so much. But I don't think you can get your signature trick unless you have a contraption, or I don't know. That's the contraption symbol. Anyway, and it can have some end game bonuses to it. Some of the signature tricks are level 1s, and others are, I believe, 16 and 36s. Very cool. You actually change out the standard trick associated with the signature trick when you get it. And some more cards to add to the Black Alley. And then, yeah. Yep, so here's the contraption boards. And the contraptions, which are very cool looking. Look at, oh wow, these are nice and thick. Super thick. These are cool. And they'll fit on, there's certain ones that go with certain types of tricks too. So the mechanical ones, I believe that's what this is, gets these little cool things. And then there's an active side and an inactive side. And this is going to go off to the side of your player board. Your player board will be right here, and you're actually going to line up your shards next to this, and that's going to determine, what you can activate, what you can reactivate, and stuff like that. But the shards are intertwined. The mechanics are intertwined with these contraptions. The shards are, so it gives you more options rather than just getting extra points and extra actions with shards. You're going to have to balance that with your contraptions here, which is pretty cool. And by golly, let's just call it good. Maybe you want to take a couple looks at these real quick. Let's do that. Okay, I got these open. So yeah, so here's the cards. These are your signature tricks And that's what these little symbols, these contraption symbols mean. It says if you want to prepare the trick, you also have to have built a number of contraptions. And I have that kind of set out here on the board so you can see. This is an eater of table space. You've got the air board here. You've got your player board, which is going to come with a protege board. You still get an extra assistant, and you can still get more assistants like normal. You got your contraption board here, and here's where it matters, where you're going to line up your crystal shards. That's going to determine what can be, reactivated and stuff like that. There were a couple more cards here to add to the dark alley. Here's the air board, which is going to run everything from the assignment cards, and then the priority in which the assignment cards are played, and there's going to be anything that's contested that you've done, and the assignment cards, the air's picked at the same time. There's going to be these races, if you will, to take those actions and all that tension that goes with it. You can learn secrets, get money, get shards, get components, and that's going to change stuff out on the board. This is where it's going to put its tricks at. So the air is going to be doing a lot of the same stuff, but in its own way here, of course, in an automated way. Whew, man, I am excited about this one. This is just, I might have to make some more room on this giant table of mine to fit all of this game on here. And this is a lot of game. This is right up my alley. Right up my dark alley, if you will. And let's forget I said that. And until next time, let's go with the fact that I'm done. I'm going to shut up now. I'm going to get to playing. I'm sure I'll have a lot more to say about this in my monthly reviews. The base game. I wonder if all this stuff is going to fit in that base game. But until next time, I'm Board Game Rants. I appreciate you watching. Time to get after these expansions. I'm out.